what we've got here is a Fanimation prop. Now, if you know anything about Fanimation, you know about the Spitfire. Okay? Where it's a 3 wood blade, very minimalist design, and the Spitfire has the option for a light. Now, the prop is part of Fanimation's Studio Collection, which means it's sold exclusively at Lowe's. Because Fanimation is selling a special line at Lowe's, you know, separate from its showroom collection. Now, how is this different from the Spitfire? Well, a couple big differences. One, it's not light kit adaptable at all. There's no way to put a light on it. And two, this one's DC. Yeah, it has a DC motor. Whereas the Spitfire has a 188 by 25 AC motor. So, yeah, there are differences. Anyway, this right here is the remote for the fan. This fan is dated December 2018. The fan is available in 2 finishes: brushed nickel with natural wood blades, and matte greige with weathered wood blades. Again, these blades are solid wood. A cheap, very lightweight wood, but nevertheless still solid. So, now see how it performs. Starting on low. DC motors are interesting in the way that they operate, because it seems like with the driver in this particular fan and a lot of earlier ones, the fan decides that it wants to, you know, twitch around like it's having a stroke, basically trying to figure out how it's going to work. You know, figure out its load and all that fun stuff. So this is low speed, which isn't too bad. And this fan has a 6-speed remote, which is basically the same exact thing used with every other DC fan. It's the same remote, same wall control, same driver, same motor, same shit across the board for every brand, whether it be Gulf Coast, Corum, Monte Carlo, Fanimation, Matthews, you name it. They all use the same shit. So, now let's put it to speed 2. It's kind of interesting how these remotes actually have 6 speeds. It's almost mimicking how IntelliTouch worked, you know, with its 6-speed selection. So, now this fan, I kind of got new in the box. Kind of. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, what does kind of mean? Well, the motor was in the scrap bin, because of course it was. And the blades and every other part of the fan were in the trash bin. All the contents for the fan were in the box, in the trash bin. So I took the box out of the trash, which was full, and I plucked the motor from the scrap bin, and I put them back together, and here we are. A brand new prop. Now, let's go to speed 3. This is getting close to a medium. Speed 4 pretty much is medium. Speed 5. And finally, speed 6. Now the RPM range is not high. For the high speed, RPM is not very fast. But it's a 60-inch span with a 15-degree blade pitch, so really, you can't complain too much. And this is also a Lowe's special, so considering Lowe's is a home center brand, well, it's not too bad. You know, and speaking of Lowe's, a lot of people in lighting showrooms wonder why Lowe's, you know, started selling Fanimation, or why Fanimation started selling in Lowe's. Well, let's see. Lighting stores seem to be falling by the wayside at an alarming rate. They are going out of business, they're closing, they're going away. So, Fanimation, seeing that their primary source of income was starting to shrink, decided, maybe we should branch out to somewhere like Lowe's and sell some exclusive products there. And that's what they did, and now they are raking in the dough because Lowe's has apparently been pretty successful for them. And then the lighting stores wonder why they started selling at Lowe's, because again, you know, if one market sector starts to shrink, there needs to be growth elsewhere in order to remain profitable as a company. So, yep. Now we're going to let it coast. Now the spin down time with this motor is actually quite fast. And that could be one of two reasons. One, the bearings have not broken in yet, and two, it's a brushless DC servo motor, which has a magnetic pulse kind of to it. When you turn it, you feel it. It feels like it's bumpy, but it's not. It's not the bearings. It's the magnets. So if we put it back on low. And, yep, see, it's skitzing out again. So now we're going to reverse it. Oh, it's stroking out. Uh-oh. Ugh. Yeah, early DC fans, or at least the older technology for DC fans, is very, very weird. These days, with newer drivers and newer motors that have come out, the performance has kind of stabilized to the point where it'll run like pretty much any other fan. You won't have any weird, weird behavior like the twitching and such. Then you go to straight high. Reverse it again. And actually, let it coast for a second because I want to start it straight from high just to show you what it does. It has the audible twitch. Oh, it's doing weird things again. Yay. I said reverse. There we go. Yep. Another interesting thing about this fan is that the motor emits a high frequency tone at all times, sort of like a television, or like, a tube, CRT television. And notice it has no wobble at all. Fanimation weighed their blades perfectly. I like that. I like that very much. Now, we will turn it off. And there you have it, a Lowe's discount Spitfire, otherwise known as a Fanimation prop.